David. He seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. UMass quickly back to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's got the back in the middle. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Commodores' offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Darnold. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Got his man quickly.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The aerial assault continues. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. UMass quickly back to the line.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. Put up some big numbers this year if they keep up with this pace.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this crowd.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Now on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the Commodores will move the sticks.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Makes the grab. It's coming. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Vandy!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass, this quarterback getting a little bit of confidence, this passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field and get some more points.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. UMass quickly back to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. This offense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
To the air, it's Darnold. He's got his man. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's coming. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. He wants to throw here on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He'll just keep slinging it. Snags it over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Vanderbilt.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Snagged in the middle. It's coming. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Darnold. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously,
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Doors! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The UMass offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back.
Nothing but green ahead. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Back to throw. It's Darnold. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on third down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter. David, I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. UMass quickly back to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Off-play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to get it through the air. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Darnold. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And what Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He's going to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They keep attacking through the air. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great...
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. He wants to go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Darnold. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field.
Got it! Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Get set. Go.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Unloads to the wideout. Bandage slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. UMass will line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Darnold. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Vandy!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points and punches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
The AT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. The back of the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's right on target.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And they got him for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Hit as he throws. This time he's got it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
It's second down.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Give to the running back.
The running back carry.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Not much room to run. Let's give it 1 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Makes a catch past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too,
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 2 to Toledo. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. On second down, he'll let it fly. He finds his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
I think when you go through these progressions as a
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Complete. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. And I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown doors! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The UMass offense returns to the field.
Let's go!
They'll throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Quarterback moving. Across the 25, he's got room. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a 1st down for his team.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He's got an open man. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Minuteman! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Jackrabbit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. And he's got it inside the 35. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Commodores are on the move.
29 Philly.
He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Open space at the 25. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And now on second down for this offense. Off play action. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Fires on the move. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Firing deep. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, UMass. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 17 to Nevada. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Gets it out quickly.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, it's loose. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Looking for a huge play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Got the back over the middle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Looking to move it through the air. Escapes, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Makes his connection. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, Commodores.
He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defense.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A third and long coming up here. They're going to throw it again. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got his man in the middle. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in on the left. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.